I had to twist out a few light bulbs to get this lighting. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Ruelle and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe if you like my awkwardness. If you don't, then I don't know. So recently, me and one of my friends have been talking about this guy she likes, and we ended up talking for more than 3 hours about him. It got me thinking about making this video and what makes someone acquire someone so much. A crush is one of the most willful and desirable things you can have. Here are some struggles you might face when you decide you have a crush. The feeling when you first start liking someone. When a crush sets in, it isn't always sudden. Sure, you can acquire some taste for someone you've just met, but some crushes slowly develop over time. You can be very acquainted with someone you have a crush on, or you can just met them. You can be on friendly yet platonic terms with them for a long time, and then suddenly, just like that, it snaps and changes. You start to see them in a whole new light and you see more in them than you ever have before. When the realization that you have a crush floods in, it brings you a whole lot of emotions. You feel stressed, you feel excited, you feel all these kinds of emotions at one time, all at once. You feel excited because you know this might be able to lead you into a healthy, long-lasting relationship, but you also feel sad because you know you might be rejected. Number 2, you can't get them off your mind. Sure, you could stop thinking about them, but that's impossible. You start thinking about all the good things in them and all the bad things in them and what could happen, what could not happen, and it's overwhelmingly great and bad at the same time. This one person dominates your whole thoughts and gets you thinking about nothing but them. But it also brightens your thoughts and helps you think positive about the future. Like, what could you be doing with them if you got into a relationship with them? And so on and so on. Normally we complain about thinking about one person at a time, but having a crush, it's different. It just is. Every time you realize you're not focusing on something you should be and you're focusing on them, it doesn't feel so bad. But in reality, it could be affecting your life. So sometimes when you think about your crush, you could be doing schoolwork. But thinking about your crush isn't so bad, right? They're perfect in every way. Wouldn't you want to think about them all the time? That's the trick question. Number 3. Even if your head knows that you might not have a relationship with them and they're way out of your league, your heart still thinks you do. In some point in the crush process, you'll start to see things that get out of hand. At first, all that dreaming and imagining was fun, but it's now getting crazy. Your brain knows that it might be getting out of hand for schoolwork and work and your social life, but your heart thinks that it's important and it wants to keep going with the subject because your heart thinks that you will definitely 100% have a relationship with them in the future because they're so perfect and you guys put together perfectly. Your heart thinks they are the perfect person, but you need to think also, are they the perfect person for you? Number 4, you start pushing extra effort into your appearance. You think they may not like you because of how you look, but really it doesn't matter on how you look. It's what's inside that counts. I personally know from a experience that I had, I started buffing up my appearance because I worked hard and harder towards my appearance because I thought they wouldn't like me otherwise. Every girl, and every guy maybe, they go through the same experience. It's sort of like pressure on yourself that you need to be a certain way. Society makes you feel like you have to have a certain body weight or act a certain way to be a person, to be a perfect person. But in reality, you can't be a perfect person because perfect doesn't exist in our world. Number 5, you try to play it cool. When you try to get your crush to notice you, you might want to act a certain way to get their attention. But really, the most attractive thing is to be yourself. If they get to know who you're acting as and not yourself, really it'll just mess things up in the long run. If you be yourself and they like you, that means they have a good relationship and a good chance to be in a relationship with you that might last. The desire is to act natural. You need to be yourself, and if they don't like you, they're missing out because you're a great person anyways. If they don't like you, they don't like you. You'll find someone else better. Sometimes having an absent crush eats away at your insides. You might as well have had a crush on a kitchen appliance because they're not responding to any of your texts, and they're basically inanimate objects. It just eats away at your heart, and you deserve so much better. However, if your crush does know who you are, they probably don't know how you feel about them. And considering how embarrassed you are all around them, you probably won't be telling them about your feelings anytime soon. Since telling your crush that you like them is at the same point as it was before, your brain comes to the conclusion that having a crush is basically pointless. But still, it's not like you're hurting anyone, right? better keep on having the crush just in case. You still check them out whenever you get the chance. Even if you decide that you don't like them and you want to separate yourself from them, you still find yourself looking them up on social medias or glancing at them in the hallway or in the classroom whenever they're not looking. No matter how successful you are in telling yourself that having a crush is pointless, you are still in complete denial that it is. You're still in complete denial, and you still find yourself watching them and just observing what they do. Even if you don't mean to, your subconscious always makes sure you do. When you finally come to your senses and your crush walks by, it all just mixes up into a puzzle again. You could be perfectly fine, your life is put together, and once you are here, he is here, walks by, everything's jumbled again. When you first realize you are done with this, you can move on, your life will be so much better, they walk back into your life and mess it all up again. You fall for them once more, just like the beginning, and it all just splits apart. You still melt at the sound of their voice, or the thought of them, or the mention of them. You melt at them. If they come up and talk to you, you get all love struck and you freak out. You don't know what to do. You stutter. Some people stutter. Some people clam up. Some people sweat. Some people everything. Some people twitch like I am doing right now. Some people fidget with things. Some people just pick at things. They fidget. They don't know what to do. Struggles. Okay, that was for the thumbnail. Bombo, go away. My cat doesn't want me making a video. Apparently I ran out of storage, so I can't make any more. After this video, you're kidding me. After this video, I'm going to clear out my storage and see what I can do to fix this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this video is really short and maybe rambling on, but I wanted to get a video in to see if you still knew what I look like. My homemade tripod isn't going well, so I'm holding my phone, as you can see right now. Yeah, I hope you guys liked this week's video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you're not already. If you're new to this channel, I am Aurora, as you know probably from the video. If you like this, please subscribe. I try to make weekly videos. I make edits, challenges, tags, advice, struggles, anything like that. And if you like it, subscribe. I may be awkward and weird, a bit of both, but I hope I make your day better. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and bye!